A new development in the Spygate investigation confirms a key piece of reporting on the alleged collusion between Ukraine and the Clinton campaign. One America's Jack Posobiec reports.
Last year on One American News, we interviewed Ukrainian whistleblower Andrei Telizhenko, who outlined for us the real sources behind the Fusion GPS Steele dossier and explained that they were actually Ukrainian politicians. Now, new testimony from a Fusion GPS employee has confirmed just that. We also reported on the connection between the DNC and Ukrainian operative Alexandra Chalupa. Well, first reported by Chuck Ross in the Daily Caller, Nellie Ohr, who worked for Fusion GPS, testified to the House that left-wing Ukrainian politician Serhiy Lyshenko was a source of the dossier. Now, originally, we were told that the Steele dossier came from only Russian sources, paid by Fusion GPS on behalf of the Clinton campaign and DNC. In our interview last year, Telizhenko reported that Ukrainian political consultants who were pro-Clinton were tasked with coming up with fake stories about Trump, which were then fed into the Steele dossier. This was then laundered by the FBI to obtain a FISA warrant on the Trump campaign.
I've heard another part of that, of the Steele dossier, that there are Ukrainian political consultants that are working in Ukraine who were, before working with Renaissance, the Soros-funded NGO in Ukraine, that were asked to work for Orbitz and to write some fake information about the Steele, within the Steele dossier. They wrote facts, but nobody liked the facts on Orbitz which they wrote, and they asked them to fabricate or make up stories.
One American News has also learned that other individuals tied to this effort within Ukraine include Lyshenko, George Kent of the U.S. State Department, and Oleh Rybachuk, who is tied to progressive billionaires George Soros and Pierre Omidyar, the co-founder of eBay and son of Iranian migrants. Omidyar has funded numerous anti-Russia campaigns, including an anti-Russia propaganda network in Ukraine, which was profiled by Forbes. He also donated over $30 million to the Clinton Foundation. Other backers of Rybachuk include the National Endowment for Democracy, a CIA cutout organization. The collusion between Ukraine and the Hillary Clinton campaign and DNC has not been completely overlooked by all mainstream media, but it has certainly received nowhere near the amount of attention as the allegations about Trump and Russia. What's even more significant is the fact that in late 2018, a Ukrainian court actually ruled that politicians in Ukraine did interfere with the American presidential election. Who were the colluders? The court found that it was none other than the same member of parliament, Serhiy Lyshenko, the same Ukrainian Nellie Ohr admitted was a source for Fusion GPS. Additionally, the court named the director of government agency NABU as an individual who collaborated in this interference. NABU and Lyshenko were behind the so-called Black Dossier, the now discredited ledger that supposedly contained information about Paul Manafort's secret payments from Ukraine that was leaked to the New York Times during the election. Manafort left the campaign. That ledger was found to have been fabricated, but that announcement didn't come out until after the election. NABU itself was set up in Ukraine as a joint operation between the government of Ukraine and the American FBI under Barack Obama, James Comey. Much of the work connecting the dots here has first been reported by Lee Stranahan. The Senate should immediately call James Comey to testify on this situation, and incoming Attorney General William Barr should open an investigation into all of this. While Trump's campaign associates are facing charges for process crimes and unrelated matters, the Clinton campaign seems to get away with complete collusion. Let that sink in. I'm Jack Posobiec, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.